Hey guys, I'm Erin and welcome back to Imperfectly Perfect You. Last week, I started sharing my story and telling you about how I conquered panic disorder. Today, we're getting into the science. I'm going to define panic disorder for you, exactly what a panic attack is, and show you the difference between the two. If you're sitting there wondering, do I have panic disorder or is this just anxiety? This video is for you. Let's break it down and start with the basics. What is a panic attack? A panic attack is a sudden surge of intense fear or discomfort that reaches its peak within minutes. It often feels like it comes out of nowhere. No warning, no trigger, just bam, terror. And the symptoms are brutal. A panic attack is classified by having 4 or more of the following symptoms: a racing heart, chest pain, shaking or trembling, sweating or chills, shortness of breath or choking sensation, dizziness or feeling faint, numbness or tingling, fear of losing control or going crazy, a fear of dying, feeling detached from reality, like you're watching yourself from outside your body. I want you to know something that's important. One panic attack does not mean that you have panic disorder. You could have one panic attack in your entire life and never have another. That happens. It's scary, but it's not panic disorder. Panic attacks can happen to anyone, even people who have never had mental health issues before. You could be totally healthy and have a panic attack. It's a real phenomenon that happens to millions of people every single year. Speaking of, what is panic disorder then? How does it differ from a panic attack? Panic disorder is when you have recurrent, unexpected panic attacks and you live in constant fear of having another one. It is not just the panic attacks themselves. It's the fear of the panic attacks that becomes the real problem. This fear leads to avoiding places you've been where you've had panic attacks. You are constantly worried about the next attack and when it will happen. You start making significant changes in your daily life to try and prevent future panic attacks. And also you start to isolate because you're too scared to do normal things for fear of having another attack. So let me give you a real world example that many people experience. You have a panic attack at the grocery store. Now you're terrified of going back to the grocery store. So you start avoiding it. You still need groceries. Maybe you start asking someone to go with you. It doesn't feel safe anymore to go alone. Or you might order groceries online instead. The point is, you start making changes in your entire life around avoiding that one place where you had the panic attack. That cycle, the panic attack plus the fear plus the avoidance, that's panic disorder. In simple terms, it's not just having panic attacks. It's the ongoing fear and disruption they cause that defines panic disorder. Complete, debilitating fear and disruption to your life. And that's what I had, and that's what I conquered. Here's the distinction that matters. A panic attack is a single event, one moment of intense fear with physical symptoms. It peaks and then it passes. Panic disorder, on the other hand, is a pattern. You might have repeated panic attacks plus the fear of having more, plus you are making changes in your life to avoid future panic attacks. Not everyone who has a panic attack has panic disorder, but if you're having them repeatedly and they're disrupting your life, that's panic disorder. And if that's you right now, I want you to know you're not broken, you are not crazy, you have a diagnosable condition, and it is treatable. Let me give you some perspective on how common this is, because I think a lot of people out there feel alone. I know that I did. Each year, roughly 1 in 10 Americans, that's 10%, will have at least one panic attack. That's millions of people. In fact, that means that roughly 33 to 34 million people in the US are having a panic attack every single year. Of those 10%, about 1/3 of them, so about 3% of Americans, or roughly 10 million people, are actually suffering from panic disorder right now. If you think about that, that is a huge amount of people. 10 million people. That's more people than live in all 5 boroughs of New York City. Panic disorder typically starts in late adolescence or early adulthood, but it can start at any age. I personally was in my 30s when mine took hold. Women are about twice as likely as men to be diagnosed, though panic disorder can affect anyone, any gender, any age, and any background. So if you're sitting there thinking you're alone in this, you're not. Millions of people are experiencing exactly what you're experiencing right now, and that matters. So let me recap. A panic attack is a sudden surge of intense fear with physical symptoms, and it peaks within minutes. One attack does not mean you have panic disorder. Panic disorder is when you have repeated panic attacks, plus the fear of having more, plus you make changes in your life to avoid having future panic attacks. It's common. 1 in 10 people have a panic attack every year. 3% of people have panic disorder in any given year. It is diagnosable. Mental health professionals can identify it. It is treatable, and I am proof of that. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. Next week, I'm diving deeper into what actually happens in your body during a panic attack. The brain, the heart, the mind. It's fascinating now that I've gotten over it. It's terrifying at the same time. If this video helped you to understand the difference between a panic attack and panic disorder, please subscribe. And if you're suffering right now, you're not alone. Millions of people are experiencing this, and it does get better. Put in the work. Brave is better than being perfect. You can conquer this. I believe in you. Thanks for watching.